He has some scars on his cheeks.
Wait.
A little bit too friendly to be released.
What the segment?
Weird face. I'm chewing on that willow. Not tweaking anymore, at least. But it makes me feel bad for him. Go back to the wild. Boy, is this a heck of a year for quail farming.
Oh my god.
Look how many there are. A lot of these eggs that I didn't think were gonna hatch, I put in here and they're still hatching. He just popped out of his little egg. All right, everybody, these small quails will feed my future wildlife for millennia. And Boo Boo's finally starting to be a little cringe now. Even after me feeding him and caring for him every day, he's becoming a little bit more cringe. All right, everybody, another day of cutting down willow for my beaver. Now I've taken a lot of the willows down there, but I still have all of these, and this thing's gonna last me a long time. I just used my machete to hack these off. But good morning, Bebo. Time for your tree. This is my son, Bebo. Now Bebo has this big log to chew on made of oak. This whole big oak branch with all these leaves to eat. Tons and tons of willow that I give him every 2 to 3 days. And boy, does he love chewing on that willow. And now he's got some thicker sticks to chew on. Now I want this little fella to actually start eating wood. Once he actually starts chewing into the wood, that's how we know we can go ahead and put him outside. And these little goobers are eating up a storm in here. They're already starting to fish and hunt. All right, everybody, today's the big day. This hawk is finally ready to go back outside. He has finally healed up completely from that eye injury. Look at that. Not tweaking anymore, at least. All right, everybody, I have the red-tailed hawk in here because I can't put him in there with the great horned owl. Just look at that beautiful bird. But you see how his eye is a different color, and it's also, if you look very closely, twitching a lot faster than the other one. This little guy may have to just hang out here as an ambassador. Look at my precious little babies who finished their meal, and now they're eating all kinds of turkey necks. I got all this old fish that I caught like 3 years ago that I forgot about in my freezer. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of it on the ground here for them, and I'll put a little bit of it up here for them. Look how precious these guys are, and they can finally get in the nesting boxes now. But they've got all that food, this whole pond to drink out of, and all this space to fly around. But the pond is now crystal clear almost. And you can see exactly how many fish that we have in here now. I kept that giant drum in here, and he's the last drum left. Other than that, this is basically just a little tilapia farm now. But after I take care of my precious little vultures over there, I feed Patrick here and the kumalas. Patrick is still a precious baby boy, and he only lets me touch his horn. But he's got all the water over there, and this grass and food to eat. The cappies share food here with the kangaroo. And Kevin loves to just attack the lights. And I don't know why Kevin does this, but it makes me feel bad for him, so I have to pull his head off. Hey, I'm gonna be pulling your head out of the dumpster if you don't like this video. That's right, I went there. And even after I take him off, he just tries to attack the fence. These guys are grazers, and they have tons of grass in both of their enclosures, so they don't really need to eat this stuff, but it's a good supplement if they're gonna be laying a lot of eggs. And Kevin's son is still sitting there over on the nest. And these guys are finally getting to that point where they don't need to be in here anymore, because boy, are they getting good at hunting. And the barred owl's been getting along with them really well. I also got a call about some baby foxes that were in this person's garage, but when I went to look at it, it was disgusting. There was no way I was going to find those little guys. Also, I'm in New Hampshire. Look at this beautiful little mouse. He's been pooping all over my pantry. Sorry, little bro, but you're cooked. Oh my gosh, still got you. Another excellent enrichment opportunity for Boo Boo before he goes back outside. But all right, everybody, this barred owl just hunted a rat, so now he's ready to be released. And I think these other guys have them too. All right, everybody, this is day 3 of having 900 quail. I thought only 5% were gonna hatch, but instead we got, I think, half. Now my goal is to just keep all of these guys alive. But I think that's all of them, because we just got one more out of here. All of the ones that had messed up legs or that didn't make it went straight to this little cringe fella. Look at his little weird face. Anytime I find one that just didn't make it in there, I just go ahead and give it to this little screech owl. But I gave Ian and Sky a week paid time off so I could focus on the animal and relearn what it's like to be a rehabber all by myself here. You get that on camera. But all of these precious little fellas have tons of food to eat. Excuse me. After that, our friends at the Temple Animal Control brought us another red-tailed hawk. This is what the eggs look like, you guys. A good percentage of them hatched, but most of them did not. Greetings, Sigmas. This hawk came in severely emaciated and dehydrated, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can give him some fluids, but he is not acting like a normal hawk at all. Thankfully, we got a lot more fluids that were donated to us recently. So just like we do with all the other raptors, we're gonna go ahead and give him an injection of these fluids in the armpit. This is the fastest way to rehydrate a hawk. Chances are this guy probably went ahead and ate some poisoned rat. I've said a million times before, you spread out the legs, expose the armpit with some rubbing alcohol. After we go ahead and push that in there, and all the leftovers I'm giving to these guys because they are going to enjoy them way more than anything else can. And it's excellent enrichment for these little guys. Look how cute they are eating their little eggs. All right, everybody, the time has finally come. I am going to be releasing these beautiful little owls that we've had here for the last few weeks. This barred owl especially is very ready to go. And although this guy's still a tiny bit friendly, I have the perfect place to release him. But we also have these beautiful great horned owls that are ready to be released. Look at that beautiful boy. And this little fella who's almost ready to be released. And I've seen each one of these guys, especially the barred owl, hunting on their own. And I've got the perfect places to release these guys where there's tons of little cottontail rabbits and all kinds of things for them to hunt. Got him. All right, that's one down, 3 to go. This guy, I'm afraid, is a little bit too friendly to be released right now, but the other ones are definitely not that friendly, and I have seen them hunting, so they are ready to go back. Don't you? Yeah, this little guy up here is definitely ready to go back to the wild. Ooh. I've seen all of these guys hunting mice and rats on their own. All right, everybody, that's 3 out of 4. All right, everybody, this is one of our precious little great horned owls. This is going to be the first great horned owl that we've released in this new property that's surrounded by a creek and tons of squirrels and rabbits for this little fella to hunt. And because this guy was the younger of the 3, I went ahead and released him at the new property. This was also 7 miles from his capture site. And this little guy is going to be just fine. We had him when he was a baby, and now he's hunting on his own, and he's drinking from the ponds that we have here. All right, you guys, this little guy was found here at this little shopping center. This is a beautiful little place for him where there's lots of water. Not to mention at nighttime in this area, there are more cottontail rabbits per square inch than I have ever seen anywhere else in Texas. All right, everybody, this is a barred owl and this is a great horned owl. And both these guys are very ready to be released. I'm sure they will spread out once I release them, but this field is full of skunks, which these guys are great at killing, and tons of little mice and rats that these guys are great at killing. We also released a ton of possums nearby here, right by a huge creek and a river, so these guys are going to have tons of food and water at all times, and both these guys can go back to the wild. And both those beautiful little fellows flew off in different directions where they can find their own territories and mates and live the rest of their happy little lives. And here I am in the New Hampshire Walmart doing that voiceover. All right, everybody, it's 4 a.m. and I just caught all of these crawfish. As you can see, these are the beautiful native boys. All kinds of different colors and species here. These guys are going to be perfect for training the raccoons in there how to hunt. I'm also going to go ahead and release some of these guys in the wetland filter so we can have some native crawfish here. I've also finally freed Garbanzo Beans from his little captive area over there. Him and his 2 wives now live very comfortably here at the farm. But I'm going to go ahead and put all these crawfish in here because there's tons of little places for them to hide. And these little guys are going to do just fine in here. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that Gordon Quandale might be Perganan. The only reason why I think that is because he has some scars on his cheek. The only reason why they would do that to him is if they were already pregnant and they didn't want to keep getting bred. I'm just going to see if this little girl will let me feel her tummy because there might be a baby in there. I don't feel any kicks, but there is definitely something in here. And I can see that her nipples are swollen. So I think she will be having some babies pretty soon. Look at that. All right, good morning, everybody. Day 5 of having my quail farm. And every time one passes away, because that just happens when you have 100, this precious little guy will take them. Oh, look how beautiful this creature is. We gave fluids to this guy yesterday because he was unconscious. And this fella is doing much better now and he's ready to eat some real food. So he's gonna eat this rat that I thawed out last night. Ooh, he's still a little wobbly. Hello, Gustavo. You want the mouse? There you go, buddy. Come on, there you go. I need to clean some of the sediment out of here. But look how precious my little baby is. And he just lets me pet a beautiful little animal. Well, good morning, everybody. Kevin's attacking the lights per usual, and it's enrichment day for my beaver. Gave this guy plenty of fresh food, sticks, and trees. I'm filling up his water right now, but he is going out to the pond today. And this old watermelon is enrichment for this peacock, who's still healing up from that messed up leg. But look at this, you guys. This is my new fish tank, and I caught this blue cat last night. This is the first ever baby blue catfish I've ever seen. And I put some of the little tiny crawfish in here. I've got that warmouth in here. And because this guy has just been pooping like crazy. And because he's getting so much bigger now, this little fella's finally gonna start to run around outside. Also, we released those owls, so this little guy will be just fine out there in the owl flight. Look how precious this little boy is now. But all right, everybody, now that we don't have any hawks or owls in here, Boo Boo is gonna really enjoy running around and stretching his leg. I'm gonna go ahead and pick you up and put you on the ground here. Oh, Boo Boo's first time outside. This is the most space that Boo Boo has ever had to just run around since he was a little baby. All right, everybody, I just moved this little guy into here. He has fresh water now. Look at that little nicotinating membrane he's got covering his eyes. Green tree frog. Oh my goodness. And we do not let visitors come to the farm, but this is my buddy Trenton that came out that wanted to hold Gustavo and see the animals. What do you think of Gustavo, Trenton?
Pretty crazy.
But we just fed Gustavo 2 rats and he is now very, very fat and healthy, and now he just wants to go to bed. But I picked him up and he didn't even nip at me, you guys. That's how friendly he is now. Yeah, see, he doesn't even try to hurt me anymore. Now he's just precious and cute.
But that's it for now, you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching these videos, and we'll see you in the next video. Oh, almost forgot to tell you.